welcome back to IK Wonders. After spending 3 nights in Phi Phi Islands, we arrive at Noparat Pier. From there we took a taxi to DUSIT Thani Beach Resort Krabi. It's a wonderful resort located just a little bit outside of the Krabi and the Aonang area. This resort's lobby is also featured in the movie Hangover Part 2. What makes this lobby so attractive is the view you get just by arriving at the lobby of the resort. Since there were a lot of guests checking in on the same day, we had to wait for a while, but that was a pleasant experience. Soon after the check-in process, the buggy takes you around the resort to your room. Our room was located a few blocks away. It was a beautiful experience to drive through such greenery. I wasn't expecting such greenery. The room was cozy and comfortable, but when very compact. It had almost, or rather everything one would require. The view outside the balcony, this lake or the swamp makes you feel that you're not in a resort, you're literally outside in a farmhouse or something like that. Even the sound of nature, these frogs and crickets make it sound more tropical and give you that tropical experience around. This resort attracts a lot of Indian crowd as they have a dedicated restaurant for Indian cuisine. They serve idlis, chapatis and pohas for breakfast along with all the other traditional Thai and English breakfast. It's a beautiful restaurant, has a wide range of items on the breakfast buffet. In the afternoon, we plan to go out and visit a few places outside since we are in Krabi only for 2 days. So we rented a bike out so that we could go and visit the Aonang area as well as the Krabi town, which are located approximately 15 to 20 kilometers away from this resort. If you're staying in DUSIT Thani Beach Resort and you want to head out every day, it's better that you rent out a vehicle, either a scooter or a car. In our case, a car would have been better, but we were not prepared for this.
So we are in Aonang Beach Road. This is the most famous beach road rather the most famous road in Krabi, where all the tourists, where all the action happens, where all the nightlife happens. Well, I'm here before the nightlife because I came with my wife and daughter. My wife is just looking around the shops to buy a few things. There's this little girl playing music. I would have stopped, but my wife and my daughter are waiting for me. I'm on my way to get my bike out. This is the most famous Aonang beach. Have a look at the beach here. definitely a beautiful view when you're here. There are a lot of gift shops, there are a lot of toy shops for kids. I'll show you. You get a lot of toy shops, gift shops, happy hours, counters.
So many shops on the Aonang beach area, but nothing seemed worth buying. So we head out to Krabi weekend night market, which was located in the Krabi town. We had no idea about it until we came here, and one of the locals told us that you could go to the Krabi night market, which takes place on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Once we came here, it was really surprising to see so many locals put up these stalls and have so many products. And then we also came to notice that most of the products in this market are made by the shop owners or the stall owners themselves. You can even see them sitting here and making a few of those products which they are selling. It's really nice to watch them make the products right in front of you. It assures you of the quality, and it also makes you assured that each product is checked by a person individually, because they sit there and make those products individually. And it's also a nice way for the locals to earn and make an extra money or an extra buck out of their living, since they would be working on their normal shifts from Monday to Friday, and then from Friday evening, Friday, Saturday and Sunday evening, they get to sit out here, make what they are good at making, and then they can make money out of that as well. Like, as you can see, these beautiful handbags which this lady is making right in front of us. It's really so nice to watch all this. And when you buy something from a place like this, you are assured that it was made right in front of you, or rather the person who makes it is the one who sold it to you. And the price is not over the top. That particular purse or the handbag which she was making costed around 380 bahts, that is approximately 800 Indian rupees. That is not that expensive. It's better to support local people making things right in front of you than going and buying a branded product which you don't know how it was made or how it was shipped and how it was handled until it reached you, until you get back home and open the packet in front of you. These particular products, you can rest assured that they are made and sold by the same person. That was the most beautiful part about this market. This weekend night market is not all about clothing, accessories and souvenirs. It's also about food. There are a lot of food stalls out here where local people come out and sell their recipes, and trust me, most of the things we tried here were really out of the world, especially the donuts and the soft cakes. You can get your food packed and you can find a table. You will have live music playing and you can enjoy your meal while the sun is setting, and it was really a special experience. I have never done something like this before. Let's get back to the resort as we don't have much time here. We only stayed in this resort for 2 nights and we wanted to make the most of it as it had a really lot of things to do. As you can see, this pool, you can't miss this pool. It's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. You would definitely want to be inside this pool as soon as you see it, with the breathtaking view of the ocean while you're swimming. And we got here early morning. There was a yoga session going on. We got here before breakfast Apparently they were just finishing up before we got some time to spend in the pool. It was a really wonderful experience. Well, if you're in this resort and if you're craving for some Italian food like pizzas, pastas, or something, they do have a dedicated restaurant which serves Italian food. Apparently, not for breakfast, it's not open for breakfast. This is the best part of the resort. This is the main reason why I chose to stay here, so that our kid could spend some fun time in the trip too. I'm sure she also would be pretty tired from traveling out in the sea from past 3 days. She would like to spend some time with people of her age and some toys. She was really happy to be there. If you are traveling with a toddler and if you're planning to stay in Krabi, please do treat your kids out by staying in this resort. It'll serve both as a stay and a fun time to have with your kids too. This resort not only has a play area for the kids but also has an activity center for adults. You can choose to play beach volleyball or the beach tennis, or you can rent out a kayak, or you can take a paddle boat, or you can even hire a long-tail boat to go on the nearby islands. Krabi is, by the way, known for island hopping, where people come and stay in Krabi and go out every day to different islands. It has a lot of islands. I think on record it has approximately about 200 islands that make up the Krabi area. So most of them are not inhabitable, or you cannot visit them or get out. It's just limestone cliffs, but then you can choose to go and visit a lot of islands in Krabi, or you can just choose to rest on the hammock and spend some quality time. I wanted to lie down on this hammock and record an intro video for this channel, but sadly I forgot to turn on the mic. That's so sad on me. You can even get to see these tiny little crabs crawling on the beach. It's really fascinating. I don't know what they're called, but they're really cute and fascinating. This is where I think the district gets its name from, Krabi. On one of these pathways through the swamp, my wife spotted some reptile she claimed to be an alligator or a crocodile, which got me worried because I'm pretty sure there wouldn't be any alligator or crocodile in a resort. But she couldn't be lying either, so I tried to look around and try to find it. But I did see it move. I did see something move really fast in the water, so I followed and stayed there for a while and try to find out what it actually was. And then I got to know it's this little lizard, or rather it's a huge lizard for us, but I think it's a native to Thailand to have such lizards. So a quick review about the resort. The thing is, even though we did not take the most basic available room, it was like two tiers above the basic room. The room size was pretty small. It was very equipped. I mean, it was over equipped.
you didn't need so much of things. Like that room did not even need a bathtub. I was not even expecting a bathtub. They fitted a bathtub. They gave me an extra table. I don't know, but then the location, in the sense, location is beautiful, and especially the area where it's located. Like for example, these swamps, and then you have a little frogs. You can hear the crickets. It literally feels like you're in the wild, and the beach is right there. Yeah, it's amazing. It's an ultimate tropical experience, but it's little far from Aonang, and then there's no life literally happening outside of this resort. Especially every other DUSIT Thani, especially the one in Pattaya I stayed last time I was here. Well, that DUSIT Thani has right next to the beach is lively. There was a lively environment there. I was expecting something like that, or at least maybe if you would get a taxi or a car from here. But then, so the cab drivers here, especially from the Grab app, when that is the go-to like Uber here in Thailand. So whenever I try to book from that app, especially to go from get out from this hotel to go somewhere, the drivers are usually are literally like half an hour, 25 kilometers away, and they ask you to cancel the ride. We ended up paying around 400 bahts just to get to Aonang, whereas in the app it showed us around 150 bahts, because people here, the taxi drivers here did not want to go by those charges. They had their own expenses. So the next day we rented a bike out for a half day. They charged us around 200 bahts for it.
Room size is not that much of an issue, especially if you're traveling as a couple or solo. We had a baby cot inside, which made the room look pretty small. In fact, it's a pretty cozy room. You could spend your time there. But one thing to keep in mind if you're planning to stay in this resort and planning to head out to visit Aonang or Krabi town, you would need to have a vehicle for yourself, either a bike or a car. But if you're here in July to December approximately, you would rather prefer a car, because it might rain anytime, and it's not that close. You would have to drive around 15 to 20 kilometers just to get to Aonang and then back again. So today we are leaving Krabi and heading out to Phuket. This is going to be a road trip, which Google Maps says it's 2.5 hours. We assume it's going to be around 3.5 hours, since we're traveling with a baby. And please stay tuned. The next video will be about Phuket and then Bangkok as well. So please do share, like and subscribe, and let me know what I can do better in my videos. Thank you for watching.